with your host, Azu Amatus. This morning, we shall be taking the hottest Nigerian headlines from some hot online platforms. In fact, this morning we have 4 online platforms to take headlines from. One is Daylight Online, second is News Express, third is Eagle Online, and fourth is Freedom Online. So let's start with Daylight Online. Let's start with the headlines making waves on Daylight Online. 1. Cross River farmer. I beheaded 2 elders to avenge my parents' deaths. Jeez. Second, Ekiti election. Of course, Ekiti election holds today. APC, PDP, ADC battle for votes in 16 local government areas. 3. TV presenter resigns after wrongly announcing death of Mercy's father. This one is serious. 4. Tinubu extends custom CG Adeniyi's tenure by 6 months. For more, visit Daylight for more. 5. Nigerians to FG. Terrorists can't truly repent. I repeat, Nigerians are telling FG that terrorists cannot truly repent. 6. Morocco star and PSG hits player Ashraf Hakimi to stand trial for rape. Jeez, this is serious. 7. Murder, sister of kid bandit leader, jailed 20 years for aiding terrorism. Of course, Batujo, the kid bandit leader, his mother, sister, have been jailed 20 years for assisting him as a terrorist. Yet, they have another headline here. Goodbye, Haiti, Turkey, crash out of 2026 World Cup. Turkey, Haiti, kicked out of 2026 World Cup. Ebola, the dreaded global epidemic. DRC Congo, Uganda record 204 deaths. Can you imagine? Ebola has killed 204 persons in Congo Republic and Uganda, respectively. Then Ronaldo fans tackle Bruno Fernandes, demand more respect, service for CRF. Of course, the ongoing talk about Fernandes and Kono giving Ronaldo enough passes. So Ronaldo fans are angry with Fernandes, demand more respect and service to the living legend of football. Then we have another headline here. Middle East war. Iran closes Straits of Hormuz. Blames US for violating agreement. Can you imagine? That means prices of oil will go up again. And that's story on World Cup. Turkey bars public screening over university entrance exam. Then finally on Daylight, we'll have the final story on Daylight, headline this morning. All set for August 21 as Premier League releases 2026-2027 season schedule. Premiership begins August 21. So get set for pulsating football action. So let's move to our second online newspaper for headlines this morning. So let's go to Eagle Online. Eagle Online says, we're taking more sports story from Eagle Online this morning. Morocco captain Hakimi to stand trial for rape. That's their first headline. Their second headline, Canada clears Wahi for German clash despite betting investigations. 3. World Cup, Cunha double fires Brazil top and ends Haiti's hopes. Yeah, we're taking sports headlines from the Eagle Online. 4. World Cup, Saibari screamer sees Morocco victory over Scotland. That's World Cup story. Another World Cup story here. Freeman puts impressive US into knockouts. Check that by visiting Eagle Online. Then Brazil need Neymar to unsettle opponents, says Danilo. Danilo says Brazil needs Neymar to unsettle opponents. Pochettino urges fans to believe in US World Cup dream. World famous coach. Pochettino urges fans to believe in US World Cup dream. Of course, taking this story before in Daylight. It's also in Eagle Online. TV host quits after falsely reporting Messi's father died during World Cup. So sad. Messi, please forgive and forget. And the headline from Eagle Online says, why I chose Real Madrid despite Barcelona ties. Cucurella. Yes, more headlines from Eagle Online. This one says, Commonwealth Games. National trials take center stage in Lagos. Unical to host 50,000 athletes at 2026 Nuga Games, says VC. Ogunjobi continues dominant run, targets CBN Open final spots. These are the stories we're taking this morning from Eagle Online. Like I said, you're watching Good Morning, you're watching Niger Morning Headlines with Azu Amatus. So let's go to our third newspaper, online newspaper this morning. We are taking our story from News Express. Let's look at the headlines from News Express this morning. One is 199 security operatives reportedly killed as terrorists go on rampage. Did you hear that? First headline from Eagle Online, from News Express says 199 security operatives reportedly killed as terrorists go on rampage. Second headline on News Express says full list, maybe 14 candidates contesting Ekiti governorship election. Of course, the governorship election hosts today. So if you want to see all the contenders and pretenders, visit News Express to see the 14 candidates contesting that election today. The third headline on News Express says troops repel ISWAP attack, key scores in fierce air ground offensive in Borno State. 4. Recruitment. FG clarifies dress code for CDCFIB medical screening exercise. The fifth headline News Express says Ekiti poll, CSOs raise alarm over vote buying, political intimidation. And the headline says Tinubu extend customs CG Adeniyi's tenure. Like I said, I've taken that story before, by 6 months. Another headline from News Express says police announce movement restriction in 7 local governments ahead of Rivers Southeast by election. Another headline again, Brazil and Morocco triumph as US advance to 2026 World Cup knockout stage. Distinguished Eagle, reckless pursuit and Senator Shomole's journey of self-destruct. Another headline. FCTCP gives 17 DPOs 2 weeks to end robbery, other crimes. That's Abuja. 10,000 FRC personnel seized for 2026 promotion using digital technology. Echoes from Ekiti, lifelines in Osun. Another headline. Troops, CJTF, foil terrorist attack on Dambua IDP camp checkpoint. Yes, you're still watching Niger morning headlines with Azu Amatus. Thank you for watching and staying with us. I'm taking another headline from News Express. Okwebolo demolishes kidnapper. Let's take it again, please. Okwebolo demolishes kidnap kingpin's mansion in Edo State. Wow. A very bold move. Give it up, Governor. Nigeria to gain as G7 vows tougher action on smuggling networks. Ekiti 2026, police beef up security at INEC office. Akpabio to Nigerians, we didn't promise you miracles. Did you hear that? Akpabio to Nigerians in this headline says, we didn't promise you miracles. And the headline says, Tinubu orders immediate security reinforcement at NIPSS after bandits attack. NIPSS is Nigeria's Premier Leadership Academy or Institute. It's in Kuru near Jos, Plateau State. Civil service reform. FG concludes 5-year strategy review. 2014 Nyanya bomb blast. Court sentences 37-year-old culprit to death by hanging. I repeat, the 2014 Nyanya bomb blast in Abuja City. Court has sentenced the 37-year-old behind it to death by hanging. NAFDAC confiscates smuggled vegetable oil. 40,000 cartons of soap from Ghana. Jesus, Nas. That is big overhaul. Osun police urge calm over court judgment on LG tenure elongation disputes. Another headline. In fact, this is the final headline inside News Express this morning. Police urge collective action to protect Jigawa against fleeing bandits, terrorists. Thank you for still staying with us. Like I said, this is still Niger morning headlines with Azua Matus. Let's now go to our final online newspaper this morning for our headlines. We are going to Freedom Online to take our final headline stories. So the first headline from Freedom Online says, Morocco captain Hakimi to stand trial for rape. That's the story that's trending all over the world. Hakimi, Moroccan superstar, PSG superstar, and former African footballer of the year. He says he's going to stand trial for rape. Story is trending all over the world. The number 2 story on inside Freedom Online headlines this morning says Nigerian American arrested over alleged $220,000 vehicle import scam. That is huge. The headline says Tinubu's verdict. Abuja City coming back to life. Criminal hideouts disappearing. Another strong headline here says 2014 Yanya bomb blast. Court sentences that 7-year-old culprit to death by hanging. Taking that before. These are 10 headlines. That's what they're being repeated in other platforms too. Police debunk abduction reports in Kogi State. I repeat, police debunk abduction reports in Kogi State. Commonwealth Games national trials take center stage Saturday in Lagos, city of aquatic splendor, center of excellence. These are the major headlines we've taken this morning on Niger Morning Headlines with Azua Matus. Thank you for viewing. Keep it with us tomorrow. Bye and stay blessed and safe. Did I try?